Well, back in the 80s, I met a piano player at a festival we were both playing at up in Canada. And he was from Chicago. And I'd never heard him before, and he really knocked my socks off when I heard him play. And I was talking to him afterwards, and he said, "You play in Chicago?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, the next time you're there," he said, "give me a call and come on over. We'll get together and do some playing." So I did that. He lived over on the west side in West Madison, and I'd never been to that part of town. It was an eye opener. And when I got to his house, you didn't need a key to open the door. I mean, the door was knocked off its hinges. But he was home. He and his wife were sitting around, and we had a little sip and drank some interesting stuff, and played a little music. He had the worst piano I ever played in my life, and it just goes to show you that when he played it, it just sounded fantastic. But it was just anyway, I called him up. This was so long ago. There was a telephone booth on Lincoln Avenue, and I went into the phone booth to call John Davis and tell him thanks for the hospitality. And he said, "Did you hear about Big Walter Horton?" I said, "No." He said, "Yeah, they found him dead last night on the sidewalk near where he lived." And I thought, and they don't know what happened. And I had just heard Big Walter Horton playing with Eddie Taylor and Sunnyland Slim and S.P. Leary and a little blues bar right near where that phone booth was. The whole thing was going through my head as I headed out of town after I talked to him. And by the time I got to the east side of Indiana, I had this little song. It's a eulogistic blues poem to Big Walter Horton. I had it going on in my head. It's called Big Walter. Blind John Davis told me that Sunnyland called him up. He said late last night on the 6th of December, Big Walter's time was up. Big Walter's time was up. He said Sunnyland was gonna call Muddy and give him a terrible news that the world no longer would be able to see Big Walter Horton sing his blues. Big Walter Horton sing his blues. In his hands he held a silver harp through which the smoky music swelled. And he walked through the crowds of the fans he loved, and he sang what the people felt. He sang what the people felt. Here the blues poured from that black man's soul like rain from a stormy sky. He could make you want to jump for joy. He brought tears to a strong man's eyes. He could bring tears to a strong man's eyes. He played in Chicago and he played overseas and he played all over this land. And no matter where he is, you can be damn sure He's playing in the heavenly band. He's playing the heavenly band. Yeah, blind John Davis told me that Sunnyland called him up. He said late last night on the 6th of December, Big Walter's time was up. Big Walter's time was up.